Good day, everyone, and welcome to the May 7th Alchemy Collective Consciousness Global Meditation. My name is Ana-La-Rai, and I am the voice or channel for the Alchemy Collective Consciousness. And we are very happy and grateful to have you here with us tonight. The Alchemy Collective Consciousness is a group of light beings who come across time and space to assist the planet and her people with the Great Awakening. And I have been channeling and working with them just over 11 years now. And they don't come to save us, they come to co-create with us and to support the awakening. So it's been an amazing adventure for me, and I know for many of you that join us. Our Tuesday global meditations rotate from this time, which is 4 o'clock Pacific in North America, to 8 a.m. Pacific. So we alternate Tuesdays, and all our global meditations are free of charge. So, we do have human costs, so we are always happy to receive some donations to help cover our costs. And twice a year, we try and do a gathering, and we just had in April our online gathering, and coming up in September, it's really exciting, will be our 20th gathering we've held, and that will be held here in Canada in the Centre Province, Ontario at Deerhurst Resort. And those of you that know Toronto, it is 2 hours north of Toronto. And that's a picture there on the screen in front of you where we will be, Deerhurst Resort on the lake, September 22nd to 26th for 5 full days. So hopefully you can join us. And I'm just going to launch our poll because I got on a little bit late here. And so we just want to do a quick poll for you. Do you allow the alchemy to work on your energy during our session together to ease the energetic flow? They don't make any permanent changes. It's just to allow the energy to flow beautifully through you, beautifully through you. And as you're doing that poll, I'd like to introduce, we have a human ground crew. I am as I said, the channel. And along with me is my husband, Christian, and we are here on Vancouver Island. And then Sarah has been with me since the very, very first global meditation when the alchemy came through 11 years ago. And she is in Florida. And Maria is in Germany. And Paula is in the US, in Montana, USA. So those 5 of us make up your human ground crew. All right, so let me just close this poll and we will get started here. And let's see, welcome Stephanie and Sarah, Raj Jaspari and Mark. Welcome Melissa and Maria A. and Margaret. Welcome Layla and Lori and Laura and Kushala. Welcome Kay and Sarah and Josephine and, oh, Joanne, you're up in the middle of the night. Welcome Giselle and Ellen C. and Ellen B. and Colin and Christian. Welcome Chris, you're up in the middle of the night too. And Kathy and Bonnie and Anne and everyone else who's listening to the recording or joining us soon. Very glad to have you. And today it's going to be a little bit different in that the alchemy has told me what we're doing in advance. And as most of you know, over the 11 years, I almost never know what we're doing in advance. And we've got a big piece of work today. So we've sent out an email to our Heart Collective members and a message to the Amplified Mastery participants to come and support and help. So, and if this is your first time with us, boy, did you pick a big one. So, all right, so let's get connected to the light first and just see, feel, or sense as we bring in that pure source light. And I'm going to ask everyone to consciously connect to their highest self, to your highest self, and just see, feel, or sense as that energy from source starts to flow in. And just allow all that love to come to you and that source light. And just see before you this beautiful golden disc. This beautiful golden disc. It is bigger than a dinner plate, and it's the Alchemy's travel disc. And as you step upon it, just feel as it brings you up, up, up to the Alchemy's field. Okay, up, up, up to the Alchemy's field. And as you look down, as you come and look down the field, you'll see these beautiful flowers and long grasses and large trees on either side. And if you look way down, you'll see this beautiful, huge crystal. It's quartz-like in texture and color, and it's the size of an old oak tree, and that's the Alchemy's home crystal. And it is where we go and we're going to create a group heart for our session together, because the alchemy only work in group consciousness, but we dissolve it at the end. Okay, so all right, so we're just going to ask everyone either to walk down the field or go on your travel disc, your golden disc, and join us around the crystal. And I'm just going to bring the alchemy in. Greetings, beloved ones. We are the alchemy, and it is our immense pleasure to be here this day. We call forth on ribbons the one you know as Ana-La-Rai, on Christian, on Mother Gaia, and Kari-La, and we ask each of them to step into the crystal, because we anchor our energy through these four, two of them being light beings and two of them being in human form, also light beings, but in human form, as you all are. And just see or feel now, as if you look behind you, we are going to send these rays, these braided ribbons or rays of energy. They are purple, green, blue, and platinum rays, and they are braided together or woven together, these colored rays. And just feel as you are here around this crystal, this large crystal here in the alchemy's field. Just feel now as we send these colored braided rays of purple, blue, platinum, and green down through Ana-La-Rai, and it comes down through her body, an energy field here in the crystal, and she sends this from the crystal, which she is inside of, out to your heart. So just feel as this beautiful braid of four colored rays or ribbons connects with your heart now, for we are forming a group heart for our time together. And see or feel now as the same four colors, purple, blue, green, and platinum, all woven together, comes down through Christian's heart from source, and it comes out his physical heart from the center of the crystal here, and it connects with your heart, and it goes through your human field and out your back, and it wraps around this whole group of people that are with us today, both live and listening at a later time. And it wraps all the way around until it connects back into you once again, to the back of your heart. And see or feel now as we send the same four colored rays or ribbons braided together down through the heart of Mother Gaia, who is also in the crystal with Ana-La-Rai and Christian and Kari-La. And she sends this four braided ray out to you, these four colors. And the same now happens with Kari-La, and she is the new light being who will eventually take over, holding the consciousness of your planet from Mother Gaia. So these four beings are in the center of this large crystal. Each of them is sending you these four colored rays that are braided together to connect with your heart, to form a group heart. And as we work in group consciousness, we have more grace and more power. And if you look behind you, so here in front of you is the alchemy crystal, this quartz-like large crystal with the 4 beings inside it, and these colored rays coming out to connect with you. And behind you are 11 rings of angels and a ring of enlightened ones. You might call them ascended masters. And behind them, a ring of mythical creatures. And behind that ring are all of the alchemy members across time and space. And then you have the Alchemy High Council members. And the final outer ring are what we call the star sphere beings, a very advanced consciousness light sphere being. And they help hold the energy, as do all of these beings are here to support you and the work we do each and every week. And should you wish, for we are going to do a big piece of work today, the star sphere being, if you would like, will merge with you for our time together and hold your field open wider. They will dissolve the merge at the end. There is no harm to you. It is only beneficial to you. And so if you wish it, you may simply say, Star sphere being, merge with me now. And as Ana-La-Rai is about to do for herself, star sphere being, merge with me now, please. And so, beloved ones, more beings of light come from across time and space to be here this day. To be present with you here on our first global meditation in the month of May of the year 2024. And before we begin, we will put up our intentions as we do each and every time. And we ask you to repeat these with us now. We will repeat them aloud 3 times. We ask that you set your intentions if you are aligned with this. For our intention is that all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And we ask you to repeat this 2 more times with us as we set out the energy that our intention is that all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And finally, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And that intention was co-created some time ago with many of our participants supporting us in the wording. And this is what we come for, to assist so that there may be a gentle of awakening for humanity as each soul chooses it within their own time frame. So just feel as we send more love and more light to each of you. And we would like to begin to run the diamond lights. And the diamond lights are the next wave of ascension energy. They have been flowing onto your planet for approximately 4 of your years now. And you may call on them twice a day, up to 60 consecutive minutes. And one of these times is always at bedtime. And they will support you with the remembrance of who you are on all levels. They will support you with a higher vibration coming into your field every day. And the colors that you can call on that we are running today is white, which is the base diamond light. pink, which also holds the codes of remembrance and is to support the human physical body. Golden diamond light is for healing, and the newest aqua diamond light is to support the energy of your personal sovereignty. And so see or feel now as we begin to run the white, pink, and gold and aqua diamond lights. These come down from source and will enter into your crown chakra and flow down into your body. And your highest self will always regulate the percentages of each. And so all you need to do is set your intentions to receive and simply allow this energy to flow in. And these are going to run the full hour. If they are too intense, you can ask your highest self to slow them down. Of course, we assume you are not listening to us while you are driving a car because the energies are often too strong. And so this day, you know, beloveds, those of you that have been with us for so long, you know that we come to support the Great Awakening, that we come to support a planet and then the people. And we work within the divine plan, and we have told you many times that you are in the midst of the awakening. And it was last week on April 30th that we brought forth new codes, the codes of hope that went into the unity grids. And we have brought, Karila has brought the vibration you call nuvination in, and there have been many new things that have been happening. And today we wish to do something else new. And so those of you that are listening to this as a recording know that you are included in all of these creation energies we're about to do, and that your participation is as equally valuable as everyone who is with us live today, for there is no time and space. And today there is an opportunity that has come forth. And this opportunity, well, we are happy to jump upon it, as you so call it. There is the opportunity we are being presented with today in these energies, in these moments, to bring forth a brand new healing grid for planet Earth. And we are not going to get into a lot of the details today. And this will take a few weeks, but today is the important piece of getting it in and started when the energies are the way they are. And we will invite you to come on the other Tuesdays to help finish it. But today is the day that we need to bring it in, because it is when the energies are allowing this to happen. And once we are anchored in, and we have contacted all our Heart Collective members, because we have asked them to help anchor it, as well as those individuals who work with Ana-La-Rai in the Amplified Mastery Program. Any of you that are present today that wish to also help be an anchor for it, you are welcome to do so, or you can simply participate today in helping the co-creation. There is no requirement for you to be an anchor, but all of you that are listening to this today, you are welcome to. You are welcome to. And we will only need the anchors for a series of weeks until this grid is completed. And those of you that know us know that we can't always or won't always answer all of your human questions because you become too mind-based. So this grid, we will give you just a little bit of information. There is an opportunity energetically for it to come in today. And we need a group of like-minded people, which we consider all of you to be, that are willing to come forth and allow us to utilize your human form and your permissions to bring forth this energy and grid to be formed, for it all comes through the human field. So being here and saying yes is the human giving permission. And then we utilize your human body and energy field to run the energies through you and into the earth to be anchored. Does that make sense, beloved? Because we want to make sure you understand what you are saying yes to before we go ahead. And then there will be a new grid formed. It will be connected but separate from the unity grid. It will not be connected today. And if you have any questions, just write them in. As long we want to make sure this makes sense to you. And what will happen is over these the Tuesdays in May, we anticipate in this month to be able to finalize it. We are not guaranteed of that because it depends on how many people come forward each Tuesday and the energetics that are happening. But we anticipate that we should be able to do it in 4 to 6 sessions, in 4 to 6 of our global meditations. And one says, if we cannot make the meditations live, but listen to it later, is that okay to be an anchor? Yes, beloved. The important one is today, the first one. If you are, as you are here with us, but yes, that is a good point. We would ask you to then commit the next the rest of the Tuesdays in May, if you cannot be live, but you will within a day or two listen to the recording that will be on the website. What is its purpose? The grid, it is to help you with physical healing. There are no such grids on your planet yet. It is a brand new grid, and we will call it simply a healing grid, but it is to help with the physical and emotional and mental healing that many of you are doing on your planet. We are not going to get into the how it works or anything like that until it is in place. And we ask you not to be out sharing about this until it is completed. Until it is completed. And that is important. So you may talk about it with each other, and you may invite other people to join the meditations, for they can listen to the recording, but to be out speaking of it publicly, not until it is completed. Raise your hand if that makes sense to you. Do you understand us? This is an important piece. And we know many of you that work with us regularly understand this. We want no potential opportunities at anything going awry, so to speak. So we ask you, and once we have announced that it is complete, you are welcome to share it far and wide, and we hope that you will, so that other people may be able to utilize it in their own healing practice, in their own healings. And what will happen, even once the grid is complete, other people can come in and listen to the recordings in the proper order and add to the energies of it. But once it is complete, it is stable. All right, which other questions do you have before we begin? And we ask you for your patience those, especially those of you that are new with us, because we won't give you all the information right up front. We need to get things in place. All right. And if the energy gets too strong and you get knocked out, that is okay. You can always re-listen to the recording. So see or feel now as an angelic being comes and connects with you on your golden disc. So these are going to be, there are going to be beings coming to help support you as we do this. So just feel now on your beautiful golden disc here around the crystal, an angel is coming and staying with you and connecting with your heart. And they come to support you as the energies run through you. And so an angelic being comes forward, and feel now as an ascended master joins you. Again, you might call them enlightened ones. It might be one you know, it might be a new one, and they too join the angel and come on to the golden disc and connect directly with your heart. And see or feel now as a star whale or dolphin. A star whale or dolphin joins you on your golden disc, and they too connect with your heart. So you have three different beings here with you on your golden disc connecting, besides the 11 rings of angels, the rings of enlightened ones and mythical creatures, all of the alchemy, the high council, and the sphere, the star sphere beings on the outer purpose, and many of them you have merged also with the star sphere being. And feel now as the 100,000 Terra Crysta Angels come forth. And the Terra Crysta Angels were birthed a number of years ago at the Mexico gathering. And Ana-La-Rai and the group that was present was witness to their birth. And this 100,000 angels were birthed to support the awakening. And they come forth now and surround all of you and this crystal and all of the other beings of light. And we want to share with you that part of this is possible because we are tapped in to the energies of the gathering. We did not close them. We did not close them. And so we are tapping into the gathering energies that build for 5 days. And normally between gatherings, we close the energies, and this time we did not. It is held open in the higher dimensions in preparation for our 20th gathering, but feel now as that energy of the gathering begins to flow through you. That power and love, that support, that grace flows through you. The Terra Crysta Angels, the 100,000, are around on your golden disc. An angel, an ascended master, and a star whale or dolphin are all connected to your heart, supporting you, as are all of these other beings from across time and space. Greetings, beloved ones. We are first light. And we are the collective that overlights the alchemy. And we wish to share with you that this is a very significant, profound day and time on your planet. We know and understand how deeply humanity has suffered, and suffered beyond the experiences they chose as souls to reincarnate and experience. We know that there have been energetics put in place to keep you in suffering in human form, incarnation after incarnation. But this is changing, is beginning to change. And there are many other groups working on this, and the vibration on the planet that Gaia and Karila are holding, and the new energies that Karila is bringing in, are allowing and co-creating these new changes. But today we take a beautiful leap forward as we bring forth this first piece of the healing grid. And we are going to call it the Angelic Healing Grid. The Angelic Healing Grid. For this grid will be held and supported and energized by the Terra Crysta Angels. The 100,000. But this day, as we begin this work, we need humans to hold this anchor for at least these 4 weeks. And we would ask you, as Ana-La-Rai spoke, that if you choose to be an anchor, that you commit to listening to the recording if you cannot be with us live within 48 hours of the recording being released. And if you can't be an anchor, that is okay. There will be enough. There will be more than enough. But we would ask you now to raise your hands and leave them up if you wish to be an anchor. And of course, we have asked our Heart Collective and our Amplified Mastery people, but of course, it is always your free will. So if you wish to be an anchor for these 4 weeks, for the brand new Angelic Healing Grid, and what it means is you are going to help support it until it is fully functional and stable. So hands up and leave them up so we can see, please. And if you can't or don't wish to, that is fine. If you don't see where you could raise a hand, you can type in yes or no. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we will put the hands down now. But it is always your free will. So let us. Beautiful. We cannot see them very well. 16. 1 moment. We need to do something different here. We ask you to put your hands up again. We are sorry Ana-La-Rai could not get it down fast enough. So raise your hands again. We're sorry. If you wish to be an anchor for the 4 weeks, please raise your hand or type in yes. And we have 2 more there. Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. We are going to place your hands down and begin this process. And even if you are not going to be an anchor, we would ask you to support this process today, for you are part of the co-creation of it. All right, beloved ones. So see or feel now the diamond lights are already running, the white, the pink, the golden, and the aqua. You are surrounded by so many beings of light, 3 of them on your golden disc with you connected to your heart, 100,000 Terra Crysta Angels, and many other beings of light. We turn you back over to Ana-La-Rai and to the alchemy here. We are first light. Beloved ones, feel now as we bring forth this beautiful light energy, and it is going to come down through your crown chakra and also directly through all these rays and ribbons into your heart. So it is coming in 2 ways. And what it is threads of white light, threads of white light coming in. And we ask you simply to allow. Threads of white light, it will be coming in your crown chakra and directly into your heart chakra. And just feel as this beautiful threads of white light begin to fill you up and flow to you and through you. And we ask you now to travel on your golden disc to a place of nature in a country that you are not in today, to another country, one that begins with your first initial of your first name. So Ana-La-Rai will go to an A, country that begins with A. In fact, we always send her to the Arctic and Christian to the Antarctic. So we ask you to travel on your golden dish. You will still be connected to all of us. If you want to write in where you were traveling to, we're going to ask you to travel to a place of nature, not a city. So we have Peru, Switzerland, Jordan, Cambodia, Lebanon, Kenya, Ghana, Germany, Afghanistan, Chile. We're going to ask Canada, perfect. We were going to ask Kathy to do Canada, Ethiopia, Libya. We have the Arctic and the Antarctic. We have England. So try and pick other countries. If it's a hard time to find your country, your initial, just pick another country. Brazil, Romania. It does not matter if you are being an anchor or not, beloved ones, just right in where you are going. Venezuela for Vincent. Beautiful. And so those listening, Laos and Ireland, those listening to the recording, we ask you to pick other countries. And you're coming down on your golden disc in this country in a place of nature, a forest, a beach, a field, a park, a mountain top by the lake, South Africa. And you are coming down and you are connecting with the earth. You are connecting with the earth, not any grids. You are just touching your feet on the grass or the sand, Guyana, the grass, the sand, the water, whichever you are standing upon. Rocks, desert. So you are not connecting to any grids, not to the unity grid. You are just coming down in this beautiful piece of nature. Ana-La-Rai and Christian are connecting with the snow and ice. And what we are going to ask you now is we are going to take 10 minutes in silence. We will put the timer on and we might go a few minutes over this day, our apologies. And we are going to flow through you this white threads of light. And it is going to fill you up and flow through you and out your feet. Just imagine an intent. It flows out your feet and into the earth, into the earth. And then when we are done on that part, we will do a little bit more with the anchors, and then we will conclude. So we shall go into the silence and feel now as these white threads of light from source flow down through your crown chakra and directly into your heart through these rays and ribbons and through your body and out your feet into the earth grids. You could see them as spheres, you can see them as threads, you can see them as codes. They are all white light flowing. And we begin now. Just allow, beloved, stay focused and simply feel or see or trust as this white light travels through you and into the earth below your feet. And know that all of this energy for the creation of the angelic healing grid is also supporting you and your own healing journey. It is, how do we explain it? Because you are one of the creators of this with us, what it means is that when you connect to this healing grid, it is like you will be more supercharged because you were part of the creation process. And so each of the 4 weeks that you are part of the creation will add to the energetic that you hold in connection with this. So what it means, maybe more simply, is that your own body, your own human body, will have a stronger resonance with the healing. We hope that makes sense to you. And you still have another 5 minutes of download, and then we will share a little bit with the anchors and answer questions. But stay focused. And so, beloved ones, the white light continues to flow a moment more into the earth where you are. And those of you that have chosen to be anchors, what we would ask you, what we share with you is that as an anchor, a little tiny bit of this will flow 24/7 into your field, into your body for these next 4 weeks. Just a little bit. And once a day, at whatever time you wish, we ask you to take 5 minutes once a day, sit in the stillness, and allow them to be released. So it is like a water bottle being filled up and then emptied every day, 5 minutes. So not when you are driving, you can do it at bedtime, you can sit in the garden and do it, but you are not doing other things. It is not while you are on the computer, it is in stillness. And so it will run 24/7 very gently into you. And then once a day for 5 minutes, you ask that it be the light threads for the Angelic Healing Grid to be downloaded into the earth. And you would imagine that you return to this same place, to this same location. So you would close your eyes, imagine you are in the location you're in now, and allow it to flow. Just 5 minutes, once a day. And each week for these next few weeks, we will do a new part of the process to create this. But as an anchor, you are helping the energies flow and helping it hold as we continue to build the energies. And so feel now as your golden disc, as the light threads stop flowing, unless you are an anchor. And your golden disc brings you back here to the alchemy crystal. And you were always still connected. And for those of you that are not an anchor, the white threads of light slowly stop flowing. And the diamond lights gently stop flowing for all of you. But we remind you, you can call on them twice a day, up to 60 consecutive minutes, once at bedtime. The whale, the star whale or dolphin that has been on your grid, on your golden disc with you, says adieu. And the Ascended Master embraces you and thanks you for your service. And the angelic being also embraces you and thanks you for your service. And they share with you that you are welcome to call upon them any time. And so, feel now as Ana-La-Rai, Christian, Mother Gaia, and Karila all gently dissolve their rays and ribbons connected to your heart, and we dissolve this group heart. Beautiful. And so the anchors, we remind you to daily allow the 5 minutes to release, and that within the next 4 weeks, the month of May, if you cannot join us live for our global meditation, that you will listen within 48 hours, because we want to keep you aligned and up to date as to the grid being created. And as we asked all of you to not really share about this until it is completed. Which questions do you have for us as your golden disc brings you back to your own time and space? How are you feeling, beloved ones? How are you feeling? What are your thoughts of all of this? Great, excited, beautiful energetics flowing, fabulous, peaceful, grateful to be a part of this, grateful. It is an exciting time on planet Earth. And so, beloved ones, we thank you for being with us, whether this was your thousandth alchemy uh, global meditation or your first. We are always grateful to have you with us. We remind you to drink plenty of water because we have run a lot of energy, whether you felt it or not. And we look forward to seeing you next Tuesday on the 14th of May. And we will double check her calendar. Yes, it will be a morning meditation, 8 in the morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And people are saying they feel grateful, lovely to do this, divinely filled. Would it be helpful to listen to this recording again? You are always welcome to listen to it again. And yes, you can bring in more energy if you listen to it again, but it is up to you. You do not have to. But we would, if you said you were going to be an anchor, ask you to make sure that you just set the 5 minutes aside to allow the release each day. But you're always welcome to listen to it again. And another says, thank you for all your brilliant ideas that move us forward. Well, we think some of you have these ideas and we just pick them up. So, beloved ones, have a beautiful day, and we look forward to connecting with you next Tuesday as well. And we are most grateful for your presence, and we hope that some of you will be joining us in Muskoka in Ontario, Canada, for our 20th gathering. Thank you, beloved ones. We are the alchemy. Thanks everybody for being here. This is really exciting stuff. All right, have a great week and I will see you. Well, I won't see you. I'll be here next Tuesday. Bye for now.